NFLnews.com and click on A-List to put your favorites on the list. Watch the San Diego Chargers take on the New York Jets. Football is on 10.
Hi. I just got a call that Jax was hurt in a climbing accident.
Yes, he's back with the doctor.
How badly is he hurt?
Well, I had to fill out his paperwork because his hand is injured, but if you take a seat, I'll go in and check.
I don't want to take a seat. I want to see my husband.
If you agree to marry me, that's what you said. Was that hypothetical, or have you forgiven me?
I really think Claudia may have gotten to the jury.
You would say anything to make me feel better because we both know my testimony was a disaster. It could get Johnny the death penalty.
Don't do this to yourself.
If Johnny is convicted, I'm afraid I will lose my mind.
This us is going nowhere.
I don't expect it to.
If I were gonna tell a lie to try and calm you down, I think I could come up with something better than Claudia Zacchara on the witness
Well, it's
stand.
just hard to imagine anything coming out of Claudia's mouth that would help.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what she said. She said that she was sleeping with Logan to get information about her father, and that you walked in on them in the act, and that Logan got furious and ended up losing it and coming after that night and knocking down her door with an axe.
Exactly how it happened, except to me.
Right. Well, there may be just enough truth to what she said. And she said that John came in and killed Logan to save her.
I just don't see how the jury could believe her. She is so hard and unsympathetic. It must have been obvious that she was lying.
I know. Well, Claudia very well may be everything that you say she is, but I do know that she loves her brother. And sometimes love can give people power to do things they didn't think they were capable of.
I know that you wanted to tell the entire court that Lilith wasn't lying. She actually did kill Logan.
Yeah, what would have been the point? I mean, the way she broke down on the stand, the jury wasn't going to believe her. They were never going to believe that she killed Logan, so I had to come up with a story that would make you look innocent.
You painted yourself like some scheming trick. Laying claim to all this crap that I know you didn't do.
I've done my share, babe.
But you stuck your neck out on the line for me.
It's just a story, Johnny.
Where I'm the hero and I saved you. When it's the opposite that happened, you saved me like you always do. Even when you think I'm dead wrong.
Claudia did her brother a bigger favor than she knows.
I know. After that very moving, very convincing testimony. Our plant on the jury should have a much easier time swaying the others in John's favor.
All right, in an effort to move things along, I am very willing to serve as your jury foreman, and I would like to call for a preliminary vote.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What? We all heard the evidence. We know that John Zacchara is guilty.
With all due respect, I think we need someone in charge who has more respect for the rules of the process. I nominate Miss Johnson as foreperson.
I second. All right. I'll accept.
Good. All those in favor?
Oh, fine. Now let's get on with it and find John Zacchara guilty.
I accept who you are and the life you've chosen. I don't have any illusions about this. I'm not secretly hoping that you're gonna just throw it all out the window because we've slept together.
I just don't want people to know that you're close to me, that I care about you.
It's a little late. Came out in court last summer that we were involved.
It came out that we slept together. It's not the same thing as a relationship.
Well, maybe that's my mistake. Maybe we don't actually have a relationship.
Mrs. Jax?
Yes.
Apparently your husband damaged the tendon in his right hand. It's nothing too serious.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Jerry. Are you here to see Jax?
Yeah, he ripped his hand in a fall. I'm here to drive him home.
They won't tell me anything. They just said he's hurt. What happened?
Well, he was free solo climbing, without a rope or equipment, and a rock gave away. But thankfully, he grabbed a scrub on the way down here, where it could have been far worse than a hand injury.
It's crazy.
That's an adjective that describes me more than it does Jax. That's until his marriage ended. And since that night, he's been quite reckless. I hardly recognize my younger brother.
I haven't forgiven you. Yet. Although I suppose I could manage to, after all. I do love you.
That's a great start.
And I do believe that you were vulnerable.
Yes.
And I do believe that Carly would prey on that. And I could believe you when you say that you would never be with her again.
Then what's stopping you?
Well, intentions mean very little where Carly is concerned. The woman preys on her connection to you, right? She hates me. And I could foresee a possible future event where you're vulnerable again, and she preys on it again.
Then you leave me no choice. I hope you got a lot of white ribbon.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna break the mirror. I'm gonna break that mirror right now if you don't marry me.
That isn't even remotely funny. Now put it down. Put it down!
Nope.
You can't play on latent superstition to blackmail me into marrying you.
You don't want to marry me. So that's the worst possible look I could have, so I don't care to break that mirror. I'll break it right. Look at it.
No, don't.
Okay, you know why? Because sophisticated Kate Howard isn't remotely superstitious anymore? Because she left that behind? Along with her name and her love for me?
Oh, that is so not fair. No, you know that I love you. Love is not the problem. I don't want to be hurt.
You don't have to hurt anymore. All you have to do is believe me.
Come on, you want to make it sound easy, Sonny, and it's not.
You know, that first night we were together, I was so hurt and confused. I had just found Lucky in my bed with Maxie. And I came to you because I needed a friend. You know, that's what I told myself. But it was more. My marriage was over, and you were the man I always wanted to be with. And you were just as hurt and confused.
You saved me that night. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't shown up.
I guess it was a combination of all that hurt and missed opportunities that brought us together. We took refuge in each other. But you're right, it wasn't a relationship. It was just one night that we were both able to escape reality. But since then, I've been trying to go back to that night. Because that was the one time that you let your guard down and you let me in. Is it possible to do that again?
Hey.
Hey. Oh, I guess I just... Oh, I must have dozed off for a minute.
I had a bad dream.
About what?
Gosh, Lucky, I've got to get this place straightened up and I've got to order some dinner.
So your date with Jerry?
Then I need to get information about Jerry so we know that he's involved in the drug smuggling ring and expose him as the pig who is going after our mother and daughter so my mother can finally be set free of him.
I know why you have to do this. I keep telling myself to only think of it as a part of, I don't know, being undercover.
Yeah, I know, but you hate the idea of me playing up to him.
How would you feel if I was coming on to say Claudia Zacchara?
What, are you telling me you're attracted to him?
Only as a way into the mob. I just want you to see it from my side.
I would hate it, Lucky. Well, I hate what I'm doing. I hate that I am good at working men, and it's a way that I used to make a living at one time. It is not a part of my life that I am proud of. But I don't know. I guess I figure if I can put this questionable talent to use for a good cause, I might as well. I just hope and pray that in the process of doing this, that it doesn't change the way that you think about me or the way that you feel.
Not a chance.
You know, for all of his sophistication, Jax is really a romantic at heart. You know, he always believed in love, that there was a woman waiting for him, a life-lasting partner.
You didn't think he would ever find that?
Well, you know, Jax's marriages failed because he was never realistic about the women that he was marrying. But you were different. You know, Jax was very clear about who you are, what he was getting into, and, you know, you were the one that he was waiting for, and he put his heart on the line.
I know he did. I blew it.
That's all right. You know, you're human. It happens. But, you know, there are limits. No man tolerates being cuckolded. And the fact that it was Sonny made it worse.
It's no excuse. I mean, there were. We had just put Michael in an institution, and we were so overwhelmed with grief.
So you turn to a man you don't love and don't particularly trust. You know, a man who brought you pain and suffering.
I know it makes no sense at all.
Oh, no. On the contrary, it makes perfect sense. You don't trust to be happy, so you destroy what matters most. It's a tendency that I'm very familiar with.
Well, if you understand.
No, I'm not Jax, Carly.
But if you think that I'm the one Jax was waiting for, then maybe it's not over.
So you can take the splint off of your bathing, otherwise it stays on 24/7.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
And you need to rest. No more mountain climbing around the beach.
I'm not going to make any guarantees, but thanks for your concern.
Jax.
Mom.
I was so scared. I thought that you were gone again. Oh, I'm just resting.
Are you tired? You want me to go?
I could leave you. No, please don't. I want all the time I can have with you.
I mean, assuming that you get out of this, I don't want you to think that I'm okay with you and Lulu on any level.
Can we not fight about this now? You just did this great thing for me. We gotta go here.
I know, and you're full of gratitude and admiration for me, and I need to take advantage of the situations as they come.
Yeah. So much for the bonding moment.
Well, we didn't have a lot of practice at it anyway, right?
Well, unless you count trashing Trevor's car when we were kids. The old sugar in the gas tank, banana in the tailpipe routine.
His brand new Lamborghini. Oh my God! I didn't think that anybody's face could turn that many shades of purple. That was good. You know, if you walk out of here, Daddy's gonna want to do his own version of father-son bonding, and Lulu is most definitely not gonna be part of that.
Well, we'll see.
All hail the chief, conquering hero. Oh my God. If Johnny walks out of here, you are gonna write your own ticket.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't start celebrating just yet. Claudia really outdid herself. Big crocodile tears. I didn't think she had it in her.
Yeah, she's always had a strange connection to John.
What do you mean strange?
Don't tell me you never noticed that there's no other man in her life.
Trev, you think there's a chance that Lulu was telling the truth, that she really killed Logan?
Absolutely, it's possible. Fact is, it doesn't really matter because there's no evidence. And nobody will ever believe her. She's crazy.
It's the most interesting thing about her.
John's best bet is sitting in that jury room.
I think that we should go over the evidence of the case here.
What's the use? We all know that John Zaccaro did it. His sister told us.
His sister was being attacked by a guy that came through the door with an axe. That makes it self-defense.
Oh, yeah, there was no battered door. There was no axe. That was a story that was just fabricated. It was a desperate attempt just to throw us all off. The fact remains that a man, a police officer, is dead, stabbed in the gut by John Zaccaro.
What about the evidence?
We heard the evidence. All right. What do the rest of you folks think, huh?
Why don't we take a poll, huh? Let's establish where everyone's standing on this. Those who think he's guilty, please raise your hands. Not guilty?
We're the majority. The rest of you are holding us up.
Look, I am the foreperson on this jury, not you. This is about doing our civic duty, not hustling through and trying to finish this off quickly. Don't forget the fact that there is a man whose life is in the balance here. And I want to make sure that we do it right.
My hand's gonna be fine.
Can I take you home?
That's why I called Jerry. He's gonna drive me, so. Do we need to do any more paperwork?
Just one more signature. I can do that.
No, Jerry can sign for it.
Oh, yes, the duties of an elder sibling. Thank you, Nurse Mia. May I call you Layla?
You can call me Nurse Smith. Feel better.
Thanks.
I'd like to talk for a minute.
My only concern is Morgan. Did you tell him yet?
No, I took him to the shore for a few days so I could think things.
Okay, well, that's your choice, but if you want to tell them together, just call my office and
Don't
arrange
do
it.
this, Jim.
You're a mother. There's too much at risk.
And I can be a good mother and still make a place for you. Why is it that you can't make a place for me?
Because you're not thinking this through.
I've thought about nothing else. I know what it would mean.
What, sneaking around and meeting in secret, that's what it would mean.
Being together. I know it wouldn't be perfect, but it would be worth
Well, until
it.
one of my enemies used you as leverage against me.
I'm not afraid.
I am afraid. If anything happened to you, I couldn't take it.
Well, I can't take being without you.
John Zaccaro is a mobster.
He is? Mr. Quartermain, please stick to the facts.
His father runs one of the biggest crime families in the Northeast.
Allegedly.
He's not on trial for the stuff his father's done.
Thank you.
The Zaccaros are a pack of killers, okay?
Look, if you want to discuss the details of this trial, that is fine, but please keep your personal opinions to yourself.
I don't understand. I just don't understand how anyone who can read a newspaper has not read about all the blood and violence that the Zaccaros brought to New York. And they've done the same thing to our city.
2 DEA agents were killed on the docks just last week.
Right.
You don't know it was the Zaccaros who were responsible.
We know that John Zaccaro stabbed Logan Hayes. And you know what he did? He put this poor, defenseless little girl up on the witness stand to take the blame for him.
Your granddaughter by marriage. What? In the interest of full disclosure.
Well, that has nothing to do with the case.
No, she was in love with the guy. She was up there trying to save him.
It gives you a reason to hate John Zaccaro, just to want to see him out of her life. For good.
I don't want to see him get away with murder, damn it.
The boy was just trying to protect and defend his sister. Oh, I know that it's a terrible thing that the son of the special prosecutor died, but it's plain as day that all he's trying to do is to get revenge.
That's right.
And I will not have a part of that.
I'm with you.
Now that you mention it, Mrs. Albright, that doesn't seem right.
Oh, please, what she's saying is beside the point.
Miss Johnson, you are the foreperson of the jury. Perhaps I have said too much.
That's what we're here for.
Well, it just seems terribly wrong that we're going to take this boy's life, and all he did was try to protect his sister.
Did you hear something about how the jury might come back?
No, I'm just saying don't pop the cork on the champagne just yet. Look, you pay me to be prepared for anything and for my instincts, which is why I agreed to let your sister testify.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, we had to come back with something strong after what Baldwin did to Lily.
Yeah, well, you've almost got as much writing on this as I do. As you know, my father doesn't take well to disappointment.
Yeah. Well, I took a chance that your sister could be as convincing as she claimed. What did you deliver? It saved your brother's life. It's very convincing.
Well, the fear was very real for me.
Yeah? What else? How much of the story was true?
You sure you want to know? Aren't you worried about suborning perjury?
I did that the minute I put you back up on the stand. I knew you were going to lie. I'm just curious. And the best lies usually have some truth in them. Yours?
You want to know if I slept with Logan Hayes?
You seem tired, Mom.
I don't want you to worry.
What do the doctors say?
That I'm making progress.
I think that Nicholas and Lucky should be involved in this process.
No, I don't want them to know.
Why?
Because of the look on your face. When you saw me, you thought that I was going to fade away again.
But this is time that they could be having with you, too.
I know. And as much as I want that, I feel the best way I can protect them is not to let them know until we're sure that my recovery is going to be permanent.
But we all love you. We all deserve to have you.
You're doing a really good job at looking cool with all this.
I know this date is a means to an end. It's what happens after Jerry takes the bait that worries me.
I already told you that I can handle myself.
Yeah, and Jerry is a psychopath
He's a guy.
who can smell a setup.
I thought you were okay with this.
I just want you to just don't forget who you're dealing with.
Me, my mother is the one that needs to be reminded that Jerry is not this reformed character. She needs to be reminded that he is still Mr. Craig, the psycho who took a whole hotel full of people hostage, who's using her because she's the DA and who's peddling pharmaceuticals that aren't only useless but poison.
One piece of fruit, that's all we need, okay? You don't have to finish this by yourself.
I know, okay? I know I'm not a hero. I just played one on TV. And once we do set this straight, I think we should celebrate.
And what did you have in mind?
I've got something very good in mind.
Yeah.
How about waking up to you every morning in bed?
That can be arranged.
Good.
Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna get out to the terrace.
Hello.
Hello.
For you, sweet son.
Thank you.
This is an evening I'm very much looking forward to.
You don't want this kind of life.
Jason, don't tell me what I want.
What are you gonna do? Spend all your days keeping track of your lies and making excuses so you can sneak off to see me for a couple hours only to find out that I can't make it because of business?
I know there will be disappointments.
And guilt. Not just for the lies, but all the time you're gonna miss with your kids just so you can sneak off to see me.
Nobody spends 24/7 with their kids.
I'm not gonna feel guilty for having a life and for spending time with my son's father.
Well, you gonna tell Lucky? You know, secrets get out sooner or later.
You don't think I've considered all this? That I've gone over this in my head 1,000 times? I have already promised myself that if it gets too painful, I'll walk away. But that is for me to decide when and how much I can handle. Aren't you the one that's always saying that people should be able to make their own choices?
Yes, but I don't think you can live with this choice and what it's gonna mean.
There's this college professor, Randy Pausch. I'm sure you've heard of him. Well, he was dying, and he got all these people together in a room to give what he called the last lecture. And he talked about achieving your dreams and brick walls, and that they are there for a reason, to let you prove how badly you want something. I do not want you to tell me that this is going to be easy or that there are going to be brick walls. I just need you to tell me how you feel.
Doesn't matter how I feel.
Jason, I am standing here with my heart in my hands. Don't tell me it doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to protect you.
I don't want you to protect me. I just want you to tell me if you feel the same way or if I'm just crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
The designated hitter ruined the game of baseball.
Yeah, you would think that.
You know, I have a nephew just like that poor Johnny Zakara. His trouble always seems to find him, but he's a good boy. And I see that goodness in Johnny, too. And now, you all have heard about reasonable doubt, right? You understand what that means, don't you? Well, no person of conscience could dare to convict this boy after listening to his sister's testimony.
And there's no instant replay in baseball.
I think it should be a constitutional amendment.
We weren't talking about the case. We were just talking about
I appreciate the fact that you're sticking to the rules. But that Mrs. Albright, she's an entirely different matter.
I confided in you because you were in here and you needed me.
So it doesn't mean you like me best?
Let's just wait a little longer, okay? Pretty soon the doctors will have run all the tests and they'll know for sure.
Okay, fine. I won't tell Lucky or Nicholas until you're ready.
Thank you. I really am tired.
Okay, I'll leave you so you can get rest.
Thank you.
Hey, visiting Mom?
Yeah, it makes me feel better. Hey, come in my room.
So I heard you had a pretty rough day at court. So I wasn't there to support.
Yeah, well, it's probably better that you weren't.
Well, you took one hell of a risk. Lying on the stand. Trying to get Johnny cleared by saying you killed Logan.
Yeah, and nobody believed me. I wish I had handled things differently. But, well, there's nothing that I can do now.
I know that you think I've been the enemy in all of
Please,
this.
Lucky, I really don't need a lecture right now.
You know I'm scared. I haven't been sleeping well. It's like I'm afraid if I close my eyes, when I wake up, everything I care about is gonna be missing. And someone I love is gonna be gone. I don't think I have to tell you how that feels. You know, I haven't been fighting you. I've been fighting for you. Looking out for you. It's a promise that I made to Mom. And I'm gonna keep it. So whether you like it or not, you are stuck with me.
I love you.
I love you.
I hope there's better days for all of us soon.
You know what? I was very pleased that you decided to see me.
I'm not surprised.
Well, nothing surprises me anymore, darling.
Oh, that sucks to be you then.
You're a piece of work, you know that.
Me? This coming from a man who had a gun to my head.
Well, that was another lifetime, darling.
And who is now dating my mother?
Oh. You know what? Your timing, truthfully, couldn't be more opportune.
Why is that?
Well, you know, my brother's marriage is collapsing, and as sad as it is to watch, it only reaffirms what I already knew. You know, love, commitment, the romantic prospect of two loves converging. It's a fable, you know. Only a fool would risk his heart.
Am I hearing this right? You are actually emotionally invested in this relationship with my mother?
No, I'd be an idiot if I did.
Oh, the world is full of them. But that was not an answer.
You see, that's what makes you perfect. You are the anti-Alexis,
Meaning what?
meaning that we both know why you invited me here.
You can't bully me into marrying you.
You just can't walk away, Kate.
Just walk away, huh?
No, yeah, just walk away.
Yeah, okay. Well, since I just walked back into your life, I have been tested, prodded, pushed. I've been shot. I had lost my job. I've been cheated on, Sonny. But I kept coming back because I gave in to my irrational side, to my romantic side, and the result has been nothing but turmoil.
It's called love.
It's called heartache.
That's how you know it's the real thing.
Well, I need to start thinking with my head again.
Great. Then you wouldn't have any problem breaking this mirror now, would you?
Would you just stop with
Because
the
you're
damn
so
mirror?
cool, rational, that, you know what? You don't care about bad luck or love, so let's prove that you're thinking with your head and your heart doesn't matter. Let's break the mirror to pieces, we'll put the pieces in the garbage, and we'll let this be over. Better yet, I'll let you do the honors. Break the mirror. Take it. Go ahead. I will believe that we're over. And I will leave you alone.
Is Jason home? I really need to talk to him.
Stone Cold had work he needed to attend to. Can the jackal be of any assistance to the doctor?
Can you use your computer skills to erase the past? Can you get Jax to take me back after I slept with Sonny? Can you give me back the man I realized was the love of my life as he was walking out the door? Can you do that for me?
If only I could.
I'm sorry. Don't put this on you. I'm sorry.
No. I'm an excellent dumpy. Can I get you a refreshment while you wait for Stone Cold?
Thank you. I'm a mess. I'm gonna go upstairs and wash my face.
wasting my time trying to live up to other people's expectations. I mean, for a while there, it was Jax.
Oh, that's right. You were involved with my brother, weren't you?
Yes, I was. And then Jason, and of course, yes, my most recent disaster, Lucky.
Oh, yes, Sweet Sam and the good cop. Almost as incongruous as me and the DA.
No, you see, Lucky and I, that started out as a way for me to be able to stick it to Elizabeth. I know you know her. That's Lucky's ex. And after a while, he just wanted, I don't know, somewhat of a normal relationship. And what can I say? I guess I just like a challenge.
And danger.
I did feel like I was going to die of boredom, I must say that. And that's why I kind of let all this happen. It's why I went to work for Karpov.
Oh, yes, and how do you like your new employer?
Well, he pays well. It's good. And, what can I say? I don't mind taking risks.
Yes, good operatives are hard to find.
Yes, they are. So are people who know how to get the job done. Have international connections, move in the highest of circles, legal and otherwise.
Was that a proposition?
I don't know. What do you think?
It occurs to me, Sweet Sam, that you're being a little too friendly.
You know what? This is a colossally bad idea.
Come on, just... It's been a hell of a day. The damage is already done. Consider it an act of kindness.
I don't do kindness.
I don't either. We're gonna fake it together, okay? Okay?
I thought you guys were done with me.
Thank you, officer. Just one more thing.
Hello?
Johnny, are you all right?
Better now. It's good to hear your voice.
I'm sorry I made a mess of things. I'm so sorry.
No, all that matters is that you know how much I love you.
It's time we got back to deliberations.
Oh, excuse me, I have to go to the powder room first.
You know, she seems like such a sweet lady.
I'm telling you, it didn't feel right. She was pushing for the other jurors to acquit.
Well, maybe it was in reaction to Mr. Quartermain's rest of judgment.
Yes, yes. No, I'm making progress. I've already turned 2 jurors, and I can tell you there'll be 2 more jurors that...
Oh, let me see this. Anthony Zakara, you are so busted.
You can't do it.
I am the one who left you on a street corner twice, right? Right? I am the one who left my family, who changed my name, who made myself into Kate Howard, who rose to the top of my profession. If I can do all that, I can break this damn mirror and I can get back to the life I made for myself.
I hope you're wrong.
I'm a fool.
No, you're not. You're the woman I love. You're following your heart, and it's leading you to me. And I promise you that it's not going to break like that mirror.
Thanks for the metaphor.
What do you expect? I'm from Bensonhurst. Once upon a time, I knew a girl who wanted to get out of that life. Who knew that life had bigger and better things in store for her. And she went away. She took my heart with her. And now she's got it back. I want to marry you. Will you?
families, two family-changing events. First,
We should tell Lucky and Nicholas that I woke up.
the moment this family hoped for. Then,
You can be as angry as you want, but I'm still your father.
Matt Hunter's my brother. General Hospital.